Hi, I'm Diane Corcoran, and I'm so glad to be here and glad that you visited this page today. And let me tell you a little bit about myself. Have been in healthcare for over 50 years. I was in the military for 25 and a half years and retired out of Europe as a full colonel and have all these years been very concerned and passionate about near death experiencers. Found a near death experiencer in Vietnam before anyone, including me, knew what it was. And this young soldier came and told me that he'd had this experience and he wanted me to listen about this experience, which I did. And it was so intensely personal. He was crying. I knew that it was important to say something positive. And it really is important because you've got to understand how lonely they are. Once they've had this experience and nobody else is paying attention and they feel isolated and have no one to talk to, they're desperate for someone to pay attention to them. I've been involved in this for many years. I'm a past president of the International Association for Near-Death Studies. I've lectured internationally about NDEs. I've consulted with the military on many occasions about that. I have a doctorate in management. And it makes me uniquely qualified because all these years from my first encounter in Vietnam, I've been helping and lecturing in the military, active duty, about NDEs. And it is so important that we continue to raise consciousness about this issue. Veterans in particular feel very frustrated because they do not have anyone to talk to. Their environment is closed. They're afraid to tell anybody. And because most medical professionals don't know anything about it and won't listen to them, they just ignore it and don't talk to them. And it's very clear to me that since the Iraq War, we've started to have many, many more amputees, serious injuries, resuscitations, which means we have more people who have had NDEs. Dr. David Hufford has done some research with veterans and found that 48% of combat veterans have near-death experiences. That's a huge number. And so we've got to be able to provide support for them like any other situation that they have. If you tell a VA doctor, they're going to try to throw you in with a PTSD group and don't necessarily really understand what's happened to you. And these injured veterans could own their own experience if we'd only educate people about it and validate the experience for them. I want the military to address these right up front. I was really developing different kinds of tools when I was active duty military. And I spoke a lot to military groups, but it's sort of gone by the wayside and not really talked about. I'd welcome the opportunity to help support you, to help support any military groups or individuals who have had NDEs. And I'll help you learn the essentials of what you need to do as an institution to help them or individually as a person who's had an NDE. I frequently have people write to me and tell me an experience they had, yet they're not quite sure of what they had. And frequently it is a classic NDE. So I will help in any way I can. And please come to the website and get in touch with me and I'll be glad to help you. Thanks.